What's going on, people? It is your boy Svenny-D coming at you with something a little different than, as you know, a little different as of late. Obviously I've been sick, and the last video I did, I don't know, it was like a week or so ago, but those Evil Within videos I did, which by the way, that game absolutely sucks balls. I think that game was so bad it actually got me sick. But I was sick when I did those commentaries, and I really struggled just to get through them. So I apologize for no videos lately, but it was just much better not to do them. But anyways, you know, in that time I had off for making videos and doing whatever, I watched a lot of YouTube videos. And I went through and was kind of backtracking through a lot of channels that used to be quote-unquote somebody's on YouTube. And you know, I gotta know, it's kind of funny when I do my commentaries. I'm sure I've said this in an old video before, but I actually talk with my hands when I'm doing a commentary. It's just something that's kind of funny. It's like I'm actually talking to somebody in person, but I'm kind of getting sidetracked again here. Anyways, and you know, going back onto these quote-unquote somebodies, I laughed. I really fucking laughed because a lot of these people that were caught up in bullshit just kind of went down in a bout of flames. You know, obviously there's those guys like White Boy and Woody and them fellers. They're still succeeding and they're doing great on YouTube, but they definitely aren't. They're not where they were 2 years ago. I did this video on a conversation I had with Ukrainian Limbs. It's still up on my channel. It was about the truth about the real Commentator March Madness tournament. Or the real truth about the Commentator March Madness tournament. I don't know what the fuck it was called, but Limbs basically was telling the young Jedi Sven D about how YouTube worked at that time. And it was something that a lot of people knew, but they didn't have anything in front of them that said that this was how it worked for sure. And that's why this video was so big at the time. I don't think, you know, it ever blew up in terms of views much. I'm sure it got a nice chunk, but he was basically saying how YouTube, and this was, you know, 3 years ago or whatever, when Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops were the big fucking deal. He was like, YouTube is a place where the person who creates the best content will not succeed. It is a place where the person who gets involved in politics most will succeed, and they will become the biggest. And that was so fucking true. You had guys like X-Jaws and White Boy and Raw Instinct and Woody and Wings and all these guys blow the fuck up. And if you go back and watch their videos, a lot of those commentaries were very low minimum commentaries. Alright, there was a lot of manipulating on just the system of YouTube altogether to get those guys where they're at. And it's sad too because a guy like Dr. Disrespect, I can't tell you off the top of my head how many subscribers his channel has, but I would almost guarantee he is less than 1/10 as big as White Boy and all them. And at the time when Modern Warfare 2 was out, he was one of the biggest names out there. You know, having 25,000 subs at that time was the equivalent to having 1 million subs nowadays. And this guy, Dr. Disrespect, put so much time and effort into every single one of his videos. And, you know, he was recognized. He had a very popular channel, but it was always shadowed by these piss poor, just garbage commentaries of somebody putting up a gameplay of them going 93-2 on Call of Duty, which was back in the day. That was cool because it wasn't the norm yet like it is now. Oh, cat, you better get the fuck away from my cords. I will snap all day. You get your ass out of there. If I catch you near my PlayStation, don't beat that it is. Be calling PETA and shit. Anyways, I'm sorry. God damn it. I lost my train of thought again. But yeah, basically, back then, if you wanted to succeed, you networked. And I don't even want to call it networking, because there's nothing more morally or ethically wrong. But here's an example of what I'm talking about. these guys like Woody Wings, White Boy, and the fucking rest of the Funky Bunch, they came up by doing a bunch of things like miscategorizing their videos, bumping their videos. They also did the whole bribing for likes and favorites. And for instance, I know this 100%. This is a fact. A fact. I promise you this. White Boy and X-Jaws actually had this thing to where when they were in the midst of all this scandalous bullshit, they split off on which days they were going to upload videos. So, for example, White Boy would upload Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and X-Jaws would upload Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And the reason they did this is because those two guys at this time, they were the top dogs competing for all the views. So what they decided to do was, instead of competing on a daily basis, they would alternate every other day. So whatever day each of them posted a video, they were guaranteed to get all the views for that day. And a big reason for this is because they both had the same audience. So, you know, instead, if there's 30,000 people that were going to view a video on Monday, and White Boy and X-Jaws each getting about 15,000, they said, fuck it, we'll only have one person take that day, so they'll get the full 30,000, and it was on a much larger scale. But that's some of the bullshit that they did, and that's actually, that itself isn't bullshit. But the whole premise of doing that was when they were bribing people to like and favorite their videos, so their videos weren't getting boosted and pushed because they were, you know, good content that deserved it. It wasn't creative, it wasn't original, it was garbage. They were basically saying, or they were getting likes and favorites for people hoping that they were going to win some kind of bullshit prize, which, from what I know, half the time never even happened. But that's besides the point. And then on top of that, they were miscategorizing their videos, and they were bumping their videos. The miscategorization fucked over a lot of people on YouTube that had nothing to do with the gaming community, because you get on and under the cats and dogs or the science section or whatever it may be, the DIY section, the food section, I don't fucking know. You would see a Call of Duty video from X-Jaws or White Boy. And then on top of that, they were bumping their videos, so anytime you would go to check your subscriptions box, their video for that day would always be at the top, because I think what you had to do is you had to upload a video and make it private, and it would make your last uploaded video bump to the subscriber sub boxes at the top of it. So there was a lot of scandalous bullshit that used to happen back in the day, and I'm sure this might be news to even some of you guys, but you know, it's funny because karma has definitely done its deed. A lot of these guys that did this shit, there was a large number of them, like probably in the 30 to 40 range, and a lot of these guys that did this shit, they're gone. They are literally nobody on YouTube anymore, and I cannot tell you how funny that is. You know, obviously you got the White Boys, who they're still on YouTube, and they have successful channels. He's up above 2 million subscribers now, but he is literally getting anywhere from 20 to 30 to 50,000 views on his videos for a 2.5 million channel. Alright, you go to a channel like Markiplier. He is a guy that does a lot of funny, goofy ass gameplay commentaries and stuff like that, but he is outdoing White Boy by, I couldn't even tell you, he's in the hundreds of thousands of views on a daily basis. I just watched a video he uploaded yesterday. He had over 500,000 views already. So it's funny how, you know, all the bullshit that these guys used to do and all the other channels they used to fuck over and bury intentionally just to make theirs seem a little better in the long run, it really caught up to them. And they are really fucking, they're dead. They're not dead, but in all reality, they're dead. I really don't see them going anywhere else from here. I think they are at their peak. I think that there is a new age taking place on YouTube, where new kinds of things like the PewDiePies and the Markipliers and those kind of guys are, they're kind of being pushed to the front of the pack. And I think that their commentaries, I wouldn't say they're high effort commentaries or videos. A lot of them, the reason those guys shine is because of their personality, but the beauty of it is I think YouTube is set up in such a way now that all the bullshit that used to get garbage channels to the top doesn't work anymore. So now YouTube, we're in a day and age where you have to be a truly Jesus, I totally just drew a blank on the words I was thinking of. But what is the word I'm thinking of? It's the most simple word you'll ever know. Oh my god. Oh duh. You have to be a truly talented content creator to succeed in the market of YouTube in 2014. And if you want to get to the front of the pack, you're going to have to be original, creative, or have a great personality. If you can do those three things, it might take a month, it might take a year, it might take 3 years. I promise you, if you have those three things down, you are going to succeed and you will do great things on here. And this thing will go farther than you would ever imagine. But, you know, basically to all those guys that used to pull all that bullshit and do all this garbage, like go to the fucking... Remember when they had the billionaire commentator challenge or something stupid where all these douchebags went up to Alfie David's house and they just thought they were fucking movie stars. They thought they were living like rock stars. It's just, it's so fucking funny to see what happened. And, you know, I think a lot of these guys probably... I don't know. I'm sure they probably moved on to bigger and better things. Maybe not bigger and better things, but moved on to whatever they wanted to do for the rest of their lives. Because they realized that, you know, YouTube might make you a bit of change right now, which is great. But you gotta think, when you're 20-something years old, YouTube's not gonna be around forever. And there's gonna be something else that comes around. I'd almost be willing to bet that in the next 5 years you will see some kind of other video service start to pop up, and like a video streaming service, kind of like YouTube is. I bet you in the next 5 years we're gonna see something else pop up, and then I bet you 5 years from that point you will see it do something to take the throne that YouTube took a couple of years ago. It's just, I don't know. It's just the way of the world. Things always, they start, they do something, and they die. And I'm sure YouTube isn't going to die for a really long time because of how big it is and all the backing it has. But, you know, there always is an end for everything. Nothing is forever, not even YouTube. And it might sound absurd to say that, but there will be a day when YouTube is done. Honestly, too, it seems with how popular streaming and everything is getting too, who knows, maybe the days of uploading a video are coming to an end and it's going to be all about streaming. Maybe, you know, this thing is going to get so big that if you want to watch a walkthrough or a playthrough, you will be able to find somebody at any time of any day playing any kind of game that you're looking for. It sounds crazy, but I wouldn't count it out. Just a lot of random thoughts. My head's kind of all over the place, so I'm going to get this wrapped up. But let me know what you guys think about any of the stuff that I've talked about in the comments below. And until next time, it is your boy, Svenny-D, and I'm out. Peace.